Hello folks, and welcome into the Truck King YouTube channel. This is an exciting one because I get to show you this, the all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee. Yes, the Cherokee left the market for a couple of years, but now it is back as a hybrid, and I want to tell you all about it. Let's start with the powertrain, and this one is all new in the Cherokee lineup. So this is a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder made into a hybrid setup. So there is a 1 kilowatt hour battery pack in here. Total system output is 210 horsepower and 230 pound-feet of torque, and that is sent through an electronically controlled CVT. Now this is a transverse setup here, so the engine, runs east to west, but there is still mechanical all-wheel drive. So it's not like they've done what Toyota has done, for instance, and put an electric motor out on the rear axle. No, this is still a mechanical all-wheel drive system. It's just based on a front-wheel drive hybrid setup. By now you're probably wondering about fuel economy. Well, Jeep says that they expect 37 miles per gallon combined out of this Jeep Cherokee. And again, no, just to remind people, this is not a plug-in hybrid. That is something that Stellantis does, but this is just a traditional hybrid, so there's no plug here. You just put gas in it. And Jeep says not only are you getting 37 mpg, but you should also get over 500 miles on a full tank. Now let's talk overall styling and design, and the first thing I have to tell you is that this Cherokee is bigger than the model it replaces. Overall, it's 4.7 inches longer, but the wheelbase is actually about 6.5 inches longer than the outgoing Cherokee. So it's a bigger vehicle, and that results in 30% more cargo space. So you're gonna be able to fit more stuff in here than the outgoing Cherokee. And then when it comes to overall design, I feel like the last gen Cherokee was a little bit polarizing. A lot of people had strong opinions on that design, for better or worse. I feel like this is much less polarizing. You can also say less exciting. I believe that. But now I gotta throw it out to you guys. Why don't you drop in the comments and just let me know, what do you think about the styling on the updated Cherokee?
Hey folks, great news. You've seen us pitching giddy-ups before. Well, we ran out last fall. Now we have a whole new supply. These ones right here. Hey, these are the synthetic type. They only come in black in this design. However, these are bargain price, 25 bucks a piece, or we'll sell you a set of 4 for 80. Listen, for anybody that needs a little help getting into their tall trucks or SUVs, giddy-ups can't be beat. So look for the link down below, click it, go right to our website. It's as easy as that. Get these in your truck today.
Now let's take a look inside. So first of all, the Cherokee I'm sitting in here is the Cherokee Limited, so it is sort of a few trims up. This is the standard configuration though up here on the dash. You're getting the large screen here in the center stack, fully digital gauge cluster, and there's not different size screens for different models. Every single Cherokee is going to get exactly what you see here, which is nice. They've kept a couple physical buttons down below and some capacitive buttons down here below the screen too, so there's a bit of a mix, but yes, definitely a lot of technology focused in the screens. And then just from a size perspective, yeah, I fit in here pretty okay. No problem. Headroom is okay. I stand at 6'2". The steering wheel is interesting. It's not quite round. It's almost like an octagon, maybe a hexagon. I got to count the sides, but that's a bit different. It almost feels like a bolt in your hands because it has all these little ridges on it. That's the first thing that kind of jumps out at me. Otherwise, everything in here is pretty standard. Stellantis Uconnect 5 is what they're running in that infotainment system, which is good. You're still getting typical little center bin down here. There's wireless charging right here for your cell phone. And the other thing that jumps out, some of the different materials. Again, this is a different plastic than this is, They all have different kind of textures to them. So yeah, they've obviously spent some time really looking at those materials and trying to differentiate them. So now let's go into the back row. So as I mentioned, Jeep says this is bigger now, this Cherokee, and this is an extra inch of legroom. And I know it's not lit that well, but it's actually quite a bit. Honestly, I fit in here just fine. I actually feel like I have more headroom in the second than I did in the first. I got tons of headroom here, plenty of legroom. I'm a big guy standing at 6'2", and I fit back here really well. So this is obviously was a point of focus for Jeep. They wanted to give more space for passengers in this segment. That is of paramount importance. So I definitely like the space back here in the second row. And now let's go look at the cargo. And as I mentioned, 30% more cargo room, and this is an absolute ton. I gotta lean in to touch the back of this second row. So yes, this really is a massive amount of space. And once again, this is the feedback Jeep got. This segment, even though they're smaller crossovers, people still want to bring a lot of people and a lot of stuff with them. And that's why they've made it bigger. A couple other features back here, full-size spare tire down there under the floor. That is appreciated. There is a 12-volt outlet over here, and then a couple of D-rings up in the corners there to tie some stuff down. So that stuff is nice, but overall, the best thing here is just how big they've made the cargo area. Well, folks, we are already coming to the end of this one. Now, there's a couple more points I have to share. First of all, this Cherokee will be assembled in Mexico. Now, the engine does come from right here in Michigan, but yes, this thing will be built down in Mexico. I also want to mention that there is no Trailhawk off-road model at launch. It is coming. Jeep said, yes, they're working on it, but right now, there is no trail-rated version of the Cherokee. So when it first launches, it's all the on-road versions, and then pretty soon after, we'll probably see that Trailhawk. And when is it launching? Well, pretty soon, basically in Q4 of 2025. So the end of this year, we're going to see Cherokees on the road and in dealerships, which is great. Now, pricing, that's obviously a big deal too. And yes, across its lineup, Jeep has actually cut prices for all of its models. So Cherokee pricing in the United States is going to start at $36,995. In Canada, Cherokee pricing is going to start at $39,995. Well, folks, I've given you most of the details, but we got to get Dad to weigh in. What do you think, Dad? Good call bringing the Cherokee back, and then what do you think about, the way it looks and the package they've gone with?
Short answer, absolutely the right thing to do. The Cherokee going away was always a bad idea. But as we've seen with Stellantis over the last several weeks, they are now, like an altar boy in church, making up for all their past sins. They are bringing back the things they need. Now, Cherokee always played at the bottom end of this sort of family-friendly mid-size SUV, and then they got rid of it and everything went upmarket. Everything. Grand Cherokee's a beautiful vehicle, but
sure.
Yeah, have you got $100,000?
Exactly.
So this coming back makes all the sense in the world. The look of it is decent. But to paraphrase you, it's just vanilla. But that's okay, that plays in this market when you're competing against things like a RAV4. Big things here, a lot more room inside, particularly a cargo room. That's important because this is a family hauler and families these days have more junk than ever. As far as putting a hybrid under the hood, that's a good move as well. Not a plug-in hybrid, can't say that enough. That alone is enough to turn people off. This is a hybrid, it works seamlessly, you don't need to think about it.
Right.
But what the hybrid in this thing does is it gathers up the waste energy that you lose in a typical ICE vehicle and gives it back to you as additional mileage. What's not to like?
Exactly. One other point too, which I think is cool, is 3,500 pounds of towing, which is basically standard in this segment, but it's something they mentioned because, this customer is also looking for that. Towing a couple of PWCs, a small fishing boat, an ATV, something like that. So, they also paid attention to that side of things too, which I like to see.
And that plays in Jeep's backyard. The outdoors guy, et cetera, et cetera. Now, as far as an off-roader's concerned, don't get me started, not with this nose.
Yeah, this one ain't it.
Yeah. However, you know what? They're going to bring other versions of this along. They're hinting at that very broadly.
Right.
But for the moment, this right here, you've got your all-wheel drive, you're good in the winter, and you're great with the kids and the soccer balls and your camping gear and the dog.
Yeah, and if the hybrid really does turn you off, they also hinted at the fact more powertrains are coming too. So give it a bit of time, they're gonna flesh this lineup out, but it's a great start.
Keep going, Jeep. You're going in the right direction.
So like I said, folks, that's it for this one. I'm happy to see the Cherokee back. Jeep even acknowledged it was a mistake that they made letting this product go away. So I'm happy they're bringing it back. This is a massive segment here in North America. It just makes sense for Jeep to play in it. That's my thoughts. Now I need to hear yours. Drop in the comments. Let me know what you think of the redesigned Jeep Cherokee. As always, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit join to become a member, and then come right back here to Truck King and see what we're testing next. See ya.